Wanda is considered one of the most passionate and positive people you'll ever meet, both personally and professionally. Her inspirational mentoring, sales, and customer service training has dubbed her to be Wanda D. Hollis, the Motivational Queen. She launched Wanda D TV, a revolutionary online real estate talk show where local businesses and community leaders discuss their services, issues, and concerns. Wanda is passionate about helping people achieve their goals and dreams. She has gone on to pursue many passions, including her I Am Enough talk show, having a seat on the West Georgia Board of Realtors, author of inspirational and motivational books, and also a strong supporter of several nonprofit organizations within her community. Wanda believes that there's no such thing as bad decisions, only regrets of not making the right attempt. For speaking engagements or to book her for your next event or conference, please visit www.IamEnough365.com.
Go through with PTSD also, I'm ex-military, but I learned how to turn it into microphone techniques. So I'm gonna freestyle and then I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, because Wanda D told me to freestyle. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Hard with the drums. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I come from the boogie down, south side of town. MCs like me, we come incredible. See, I've been spending so much time in my head. Grab the microphone. Did you hear what I just said? I got skills, rocking on the mic. I pay bills all the time. Rapping on the beat with the rhyme. I'm coming off the top of my mind. I do this all the time. This is how I rhyme. I am enough.
I am enough.
Sing it. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Times right now totally rough. Every time I'm dealing with this stuff, I grab the microphone and I don't bluff. And when I hold the microphone, I'm like the bluff. Sit back and watch the crowd rock. I grab the microphone non-stop. Blast the microphone is, I got a bonus to grab this mic and do just what I like. Too much hesitation, I had to take a turn. Sit back, relax, so I can unwind. Messing with my mind. Now I gotta come out here and show this one time that I could unwind. Say a little stuff that was on my mind. And this is how we do. Are y'all with me? I'm with you too. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Come on, times are tough and you know it's rough, but say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. I'm from the Bronx, baby. Alright.
In the ATL. In the ATL. What's going on? Happy rising. Happy rising to you. Happy rising to you. Yeah, happy rising, happy rising, happy rising, happy rising to you, and many more. Okay, come on in the room, I just wanted to add my little 2 cents in there, you know. So how are you today? Happy rising again and again and again and again. Come on in the room. Put down where you're tuning in from. And also any links you want to share, put that down there too. And so I just want to say, thank you. You know me. I'm Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, your accountability coach, helping you get her done. What is it that you need to get done? Huh? Today? Tomorrow? Today? Right now? So right now we're in our 100 days of motivation to manifestation. Yes. Day 50. Is it day 52? I thought it was day 51. Y'all confusing me. Let me see. Isn't it day 50? I think it's day 51. You know what? I am so confused. Let me grab my calendar because I see y'all putting day 52. Let me just double check. They say when you in doubt, shout it out. Okay, it's day 51. There we go. Right. Because Sunday was day 49 and then yesterday was Monday. So it's day 51. Right. Day 51. Okay. Okay, I just had to clear that up. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let me see who's here. Let me see who's here. Let's see who's ready to get this party started. Just want to make sure that I'm on track. I don't necessarily have to be on track. This is the Wake Up Winning Call for entrepreneurs, for those aspiring to become entrepreneurs and for those supporting other entrepreneurs. And we just come together to hold everybody up, hold everybody accountable, be our own cheerleaders, help one another out, to surround our energy around positive thoughts and positive things because that's what we do, right? True, true. So let's see who's on board so far. Let's see, let's see. Hey, Monica Jones, what's going on? Yeah, Monica. Happy rising. Happy rising. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy rising to you. And yes, Monica, drink your water. Health is wealth. I have my water. Ring my bell, have my water, and make sure you also eat your fruit so you can have a fruitful day. A fruitful day. Mwah. Just really good to you. Yes, hashtag I am enough, hashtag wake up winning. Let's get this party started. Happy rising, Yvette. How are you today? We got the queen speaking to one another. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Happy rising. Vivian, happy rising. Please tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you come back later and you happen to catch the replay, hit replay, hashtag replay. Yes, yes, yes. So it is day 51. This is the Wake Up Winning Call, and Yvette has been here since A1 day one. If you've been here since A1 day one, then put A1 day one. And if this is your first time, put first time. We want to know. We want to know. Yes. Thank you for sharing thank you for sharing the video, Vivian. And also Monica, thank you for sharing the video. Sharing is definitely caring. We got Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn checking it out. Go Brooklyn. Go Brooklyn. Mm, mm. Y'all know I just get in the mood. I get in the mood to celebrate life, don't you? You should. You should. Whew. Happy rising. Happy rising, Miss Tanya Fisher. Happy rising, Queen. How are you? How is your journaling coming along for those of you that attended the journaling um, workshop? You know, I'd be almost trying to call it a conference, the workshop. Do that mean the journaling need to have a workshop, a conference? I don't know. But anyway, how is your journaling coming along? For those of you that have started, you can let me know. Um, all right, we'll move around, Miss Frida. Miss Frida says she getting ready for work, so she moving around a lot. You have a wonderful, perfect work day. Thank you for sharing the video, Yvette. Thank you so much. We got Tampa, Florida in the house. We have Marietta tuning in. She said Marietta is where it's better. I love that. I love that. I love it. So Monica says that my journaling is coming along good. I'm day 2 in my journal. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. Monica, I would be honored if you could come on one day. It doesn't have to be at 6 o'clock, but it could be. It doesn't matter to me. But if you could just come on one day and just share your experience, how, maybe in about 7 days, how things have been going, set some days in place, some consistency, and then let's talk about it. Just getting that discipline in makes a big difference. Okay. I'm doing the right thing. Okay, okay, okay. Well, thank you so much. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yvette. So, this is what occurred to me. And okay, thank you. Thank you. So let me just get some tonight will be day 2. Okay, wonderful. Y'all doing it. You going and let me tell you about journaling. Just journaling like anything else. It has to become a lifestyle, but there's different things that you write out, different things that you want to accomplish. For me, journaling is also therapy. It keeps me um it keeps me somewhat sane. I'm really insane, so it just does what it needs to do for me. But also another technique that I use is audio. Recording, and most phones have it where you can just speak. And you can just see yourself. And I want to give you this tip too before I get into today's, and this is just part of today's. Use your phone. Write this down. I'm going to write this down. Use your phone to record your affirmations. Use your phone to also, you might have something that comes up that's upsetting. Use your phone to express how you feel. Maybe go to your car and say what you need to say. Say it in your phone, record it, run it back and see. Just check yourself. This is about, I tell you what I'm coming to find out in doing this 100 days of motivation to manifestation. We okay, okay. Slow down, Wanda. That's what spirit is telling me. Slow down. Um it's about how we come into awareness, because when you become more aware of your triggers, when you become more aware of who you are and who you like to become, then it makes you act different. You start noticing things. You start maybe pulling away from certain things, maybe pulling towards certain things. So when you record yourself, I could tell you at certain times and points that I've recorded myself. Like I remember one time where I was doing a lot of writing for my did it ever make the book? I don't even think it made the book, but I was doing a lot of recording spoken word, and basically just checking my flow and just saying things that was on my heart or on my mind at the time. And the way I talk sometimes it's like in a rhythmic pattern, if that makes sense. So if I go live and I have my phone, you know, um, my recording on, then I'm only knowing the subject and then I'm emotional. So I'm releasing my emotions through the audio. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, then say one, because I may have confused you and I don't want you to be confused. So when you record yourself, pay attention. Like, do it to where, like, I need to record myself. I need to have a conversation with myself, more or less. And when you're having this conversation, thank you, didn't thank you, thank you. Okay, one, okay, great. So when you have these conversations with yourself, it helps you. Everything that we're doing for these next 49 days is about helping us understand ourselves more. And when you write, it's doing the same thing. You're able to release stuff. When you write, you're able to plan. When you write, you're able to measure what you've done, right? And so when you record yourself, then you kind of like can record yourself right in that moment as you're going through stuff. There was one assignment that is in the class, in the workshop that I taught, was about the visualize, or no, the breathing exercise, just to take in those thoughts. Well, to me, when you turn on that recording, that's just like releasing those thoughts right then and there, organically, raw. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It's not for somebody. It's for you. It's for you to see exactly where you are and how your emotional, physical state is at that time. So then you can better identify with becoming more aware of who you are. Does that make sense? So we have these fancy devices, and of course, they're underutilized. I mean, I remember one time talking to Candy Girl Martin about doing a class on just the usage of the iPhone. There's so many, nooks and crannies of this phone thing that you don't even know you can use. Not that the recording is pretty simple, but you get the gist, right? So I say that to use that as a tool. Okay. This motivation to manifestation is about us becoming more aware of who we are. And you can't separate yourself from your situation. Unfortunately, you can't. So sometimes you just need to talk about the situation, and then it helps you to get a better grip of yourself. And you can be like, okay, let me like not react, not overreact. Let me just take in, let me just let go of this emotion, this feeling that I'm feeling. Let me just digest that, and so I can move on to the next level. Because again, it's still in constant motion, but we always need to deal with whatever we have going on, because if not, then we're suppressing it, and you can't heal what you can't feel, and you got to get it out. Make sense? If that makes sense, say makes sense. Whew. So why did I say shifting alignments? Why did I say title this law of attraction? And most of you familiar with The Secret. I don't think that The Secret really went into enough depth, but it did offer us a lot of insight. Especially if you who who's familiar with The Secret. I'm pretty sure. If you put a 2 down if you are, so just so I know who I'm talking to. But this is what it does. It talks about the law of attraction. And then there's this thing about law of attraction versus manifestation. Like, is it the same? And it's kind of like, no, but maybe like a close cousin, like they kind of favor. Let me take a sip of water. That was funny. I think that was funny. That deserved a bell. So I want you to think about this. And as far as law of attraction, real simply put, ask, believe, receive. Write that down. Ask, believe, receive. That's the law of attraction. Ask, believe, receive. Ask, believe, receive. So you can, and to me, you can attract what you don't want, just like you can attract what you want, because again, it's all in asking. That's why your words are so powerful and so important, that you put a muzzle over your mouth sometimes. Sometimes speaking less is best, right? And that thoughts are things. That's the simplest way for the law of attraction. Thoughts are things. So everything that you think about, you have the ability to attract it. So that's the same thing, whether it's negative or positive. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Hit it. Thoughts are things. Go. Thoughts are things. Okay. I turn everything into a song. Somewhere deep down inside of me. Matter of fact, me and Shawnee D did write a song the other day, but y'all hold on, wait for it. It's coming. So, what you think about, you bring about. Write that down. Thoughts are things, and what you think about, you bring about. So this is why this is such a intentional time, right? Intentional time. What you think about, you bring about, because your thoughts are things. So that's that law of attraction. So you're going to attract. I seen, or I heard a story about a man that was wondering why he always got, like why he felt like he was always being taken advantage of women, and why they always came in and they just peeked over him and just left him or whatever. And he was a painter. So he was painting this. So his mentor asked him, well, show me your paintings. So all his paintings, he was painting pictures of women like with their arms folded, with the scary faces, kind of stand backish and all this other kind of stuff. Well, what is he doing? So he's painting pictures of women and they're at this standoff position, yet, and this is why he's not able to connect with this loving relationship that one side of his mouth say he wanted, and then the next is it's not matching up, because you think about it. So these pictures should be pictures of people, hugging and holding hands and kissing and smiley faces and stuff, but that wasn't the scope of the work. So I'm saying to us that we have to be very, very conscious of the vibrations. And that's why I talk a lot about, vibrations and frequencies and stuff like that we send out, because we do receive those back. Just like you receive the good, you receive the what? The not so good, right? And so now you have to pay attention to how you're constantly under alignment. And that's why I say shifting alignments, because I like the Libra. The Libra is always trying to, it's justice, it's trying to balance, it's trying to stay in harmony always. And I think that's who we are, because we're complex. We're not all the same, and on no day are you just like you were yesterday. Similar but not the same. So we have to be very, very aware and start being more aware of where your emotional state is, because your emotional state will always attract the things that come to you. And sometimes you'll be like, why did that come? Why am I going through that? Well, that's what we did. So if we just want to start getting more aware of it, does that make sense? This is 100 days of motivation to manifestation. And another thing is, where it comes to manifesting, you manifest what you are, not what you want to be. It's like you manifest what you have become. So up to this point, and I talked about that in many, many days ago, was, you don't have to look at somebody to see that they work out. Or I should say this, they don't have to tell you that they work out. You can look at them and you can see a fit person. You can see the clues, right? When somebody speaks to you, you can tell whether they're educated or not on that topic because of what they're saying, right? So they don't have to tell you, well, yeah, I studied this, I studied that. They'll say things and you'll constantly be saying, well, explain what that means. And they'll throw out another word, well, explain what that means. So when you're on this journey, and this is more or less like it, and as I think about this, and my mind, I'm always thinking. So awareness is where we are, right? We've crossed over. We did our first 50 days. We were probably like, oh, we're trying to figure it out. But now we should know. We should know what it takes, just like what it takes to get up and get going every morning at 6 o'clock. What does it take? It takes being prepared. It takes making a decision. It takes not hitting the snooze button. It takes that commitment. And most people that started out won't finish. That's just the way it goes. So anything that you're working towards, you got to be willing to make any shifts that's necessary to keep you in alignment. That's why talking to the right people is very important. Or not talking to the wrong people is just as important as talking to the right people. Because if you keep talking to the same person over and over and over and over again, at some point they're going to shift what you do. Period. I've witnessed that. I witness that. I witness it all the time. And because I am more mature in my thoughts, I don't even have to say anything. I don't even have to mention it. I can just be like, "Oh, okay, I see what's happening here," and I can flow with it. That's called that emotional maturity that you have, that you get to, that you grow to, and then you grow on. And there's levels, right? There's levels. So you have to determine, like, what level are you on? Are you on this reactive level to where every time somebody says something to you, you have to respond? I would say that's level 0. Every time somebody comes, like you say, they coming for me, then I'm gonna come back for them. Like that's a responsive level. Every time somebody say something, you gotta respond. You gotta respond. Or are you at that level where you can just observe? Say, I see where we're going with this. I see where we're going with this. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's about us. So you have to see where you are with yourself. How do you react to things? When things happen to you, do you like lose it? Do you lose it all, or do you hold it cool? Do you look around and say, well, where's the answers at? I know the answers are somewhere. Let me just go look for the answers. Let me just calmly go look for the answers. And when you're working in the law of attraction, you have to always be um I want to use the word precise, but that's not really the word that I'm quite looking for. You have to be constant. That's a better word. The law of attraction says that you have to be constant. So, I quick story. When Aiden said that he had a superpower, Aiden is my grandson, and when Aiden was about 4 years old, he was in daycare, and I picked him up from daycare one time, and he said, Granny, I have a superpower. And he told me what his superpower was. And his superpower, he said, was kindness. So at that moment, I dubbed Aiden to be the king of kindness. Now, being that he is the king of kindness, I'm just going to show you. I'm just making this point to talk about alignments. So because I dubbed him to be the king of kindness, now he has to play that consciousness of that. So when he gets checked, it's like when I check him, I was like, king of kindness, like, what's up? That's not being very kind. And then and so he recognizes, he pays attention to how he's acting, how he's acting out things. Like, am I being the king of kindness, or am I being the king of, fussiness or whatever? So this is how we have to do within ourselves all the time. We have to always do these self checks, right? Somebody say self check. You have to do a self check all the time. So I'm going to say this again. So in our law of attraction, the first thing we do is ask, right? Every day, ask. That's why meditation is so powerful. Asking. Some people say, do it through prayer, the asking. And then you have to believe it. Believe what you're asking. Believe that it will come to pass. Believe that this also comes in with worthiness, with self-worth. Because if you ask for it, then you doubt it, and it's like you shouldn't even ask for it because you didn't think that you were going to receive it anyway. So you ask and then you believe, right? When you ask and believe, there is no other course than to receive. That's it. You're done. You're done, son. So, and if you keep your mind on what you think about, you bring about. So if you're constantly thinking about being kind, like if Aiden, like, and Aiden says, so me and Aiden we used to play this game, like ways to be kind. So he will write down the things. One thing that I loved, and this is to my parents out here that's homeschooling. you have a perfect opportunity not only to teach your kids academics, but to help them in their self-development. And that's my area. It's all about self-development. I've been going to self-development seminars and classes since I was like 17. And if something comes up today, like I went Tony Robbins, went to his event when he was here in Atlanta last year. Was it last year? Whatever. I think it was last year because this year, we couldn't do nothing. Um, was in a room with Damon Johns, like lunch with him, like he was right there, like right. I was, just having times with people because I want to be in the room with people that's about positivity, that's about getting stuff done, that's about taking action. And so you have to always be training your mind to invest in yourself, So I'm always willing to invest in myself. Like if there's a class I can take here, I'm gonna take that class. I'm gonna figure out, some things. I want to do the fire walk. He does this fire walk that I haven't been able to attend yet. But when you know that this is what you want your life to be because you're becoming, like you're becoming who you're desiring to be. And you have to make those adjustments. You have to make those shifts and those alignments. So what I was telling you was with homeschooling, with the parents, if you are homeschooling, you can really, really pour a lot into your kids at this point in time, especially through personal development. And so what I would have Aiden do back, then a couple years ago was write down the different ways to be kind. So he would write down, I help my mom, I help my sister out. He would just write down the different things, I help cook sometimes, he would just, and he just wrote it. He just wrote his things down and I let him just sit there and write, well, think about some ways how you could be kind, Aiden. And he'll write them down. Write them down. He talked about, and I remember this one in particular. He said, when your friends, make you mad, you don't have to not be friends. You can forgive. And I was like, Aiden, so yay, Aiden get a bell. So these are the things that when you constantly looking for the win. See, this is the Wake Up Winning Group for entrepreneurs. And we have to deal with everything every day, right? You have to deal with how you process emotions. You have to deal with your business life. You have to deal with your family life. So I just want to offer you this tip today is to keep shifting your alignments to where they align up to whatever it is you want to attract. Does that make sense? So, of course, nothing works unless you work it. The movement doesn't move unless we're moving it. This is the Wake Up Winning Group for entrepreneurs, those aspiring to become entrepreneurs and those supporting other entrepreneurs. My word of the day is alignment. That's my word of the day. Keeping in alignment with what it is that you want to produce. Okay, keeping in alignment with what it is that you want to produce. So if you want to share your word for the day, go ahead on and share your word for the day. And then I'm gonna get on out of here. Yesterday we didn't do our show last night because I had computer my internet service, it just was not working at all. So we had to cancel the show for yesterday, which was supposed to be our part 2 of Sister Heal Thyself. But you all can definitely go over and check out Miss Sandy Rogers. And tonight is Tuesday, so she has a show tonight at 9 o'clock on Blog Talk Radio. Wait a minute, I might have that somewhere in my archives here. And you all definitely can go check her out. So yeah. Oh, so see, this was the talk that we were supposed to have last night, but we wasn't able to broadcast. But Miss Sandy Rogers' show is tonight, and you can definitely go check her out tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's the Life, Love, and Wellness, the Sandy Rogers Show on Blog Talk Radio. It's very, very good. It's a great show, wonderful platform. It's a 90-minute broadcast, and you will really, really enjoy yourself. So if you're available, please go and support her tonight. And then call in and tell her Wanda sent you. That'd be cute, right? Yeah, do that. So, my word for today is why these things won't work. Hold up, y'all. I'm just trying to get my 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 notifications to work. So my word for today is alignment. All right. And let's see what other words we got going on here. Please like and invite and share this video. Oh, another thing. So um we're having an event on Saturday. It is a workshop or a talk. Okay, it's kind of like in between, but it's going to be some great information. So this March is the March is what? Not March. We're not even March. Wanda, what are you talking about? I don't know. We're in October. Okay, so this is what breast cancer awareness, domestic violence, mental health, all of these things happen this month. So what we're doing is we have a platform that we're going to be talking about all of these different um, um, diseases and situations and stuff in the body this Saturday at the World's Women's Conference and Award. If you are not familiar with the Atlanta page, it's a Atlanta chapter page. Please go and like that. It's on Facebook. Go and like that page, and then you can get all of the information out of there. And also come back, and I will show it to you. I will have that information on my personal page as well. So if you interested in attending that this Saturday, and it is virtual, so you don't have to go anywhere unless you know, unless you're not able to make it. That's cool. That's okay. But that's what's going on. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah. So that's it. So that's it. That's it. And if you want more information about the organization, send an email to Lakeisha. That's our president of the Atlanta chapter at the worldwomensconference.com. That's Lakeisha at worldwomensconference.com. You can get more information. I don't know where you are. You can be, it doesn't matter. The organization is global. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but it is for women. It's a women's organization, but we do have men that's a part of the organization because they support women. Okay. They support us to help us grow in the area of empowerment through education and community services and community activism and finance and, leadership. Those are the things that we're pivoting for in our movement. So if you're interested in getting more information, or you want to become involved, then just send Lakeisha a email, and then she can get you the right information to concerning where you are in the world. So let's get in some of these words. So Monica's word is attract. It's a great word. And Vivian's word is rising. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for joining me today. Thank you for always hanging out. I hope that you find these mornings wake up calls. I hope that they're feeding you and fueling you to take action, to be the person that you want to be. Okay? Because that's what manifesting is. It's becoming who you want to be. That's what it is. I'm also offering consulting if you are interested in having a coach or someone to help you put the pieces together, strategize some things. Then you can connect with me by going and booking an appointment at what is it? consult with wandadhollis.ask.me and we can get you going that way as well. So I just want y'all to keep winning. I'm so excited for your life, for your success. Um, every day, think of a way how to celebrate life. Life is too short to be soaked down in any type of misery or to be held back by decisions, making bad decisions. So what? Let that go. Let that stuff go so you can grow. We can get past anything. Don't let this pandemic bring you down to a point that you forget to hold on to your vision for your life. There's a lot of things, and I could break down a lot of things that's at play here. But so therefore, we have to be very, very mindful of raising our spirit up, of keeping our commitment to our success. You have to be very, very mindful of that now, especially in the time where you're being flooded with information that make you put you in so much fear, information that make you question everything. You gotta know that you are still an essential worker. You have to know that you are still worth fighting for. You got to know that. So I know it. And if you know it, then it's our responsibility to help other people know that they are worth their win. Okay? Okay, y'all. I love you, love you, love you. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace. This is my peace. Peace and bye for now.